Time travel every 15 minutes.
BBC Tees.
Well, in the past, this region thrived on manufacturing. And with the huge developments being made by SSI and Hitachi, you could be forgiven for thinking the sector is thriving again. But is that really the case? And what's it like to run a small to medium firm making things in the current economic climate? In moments, we'll be speaking to the man in charge of the Thriston quarry in Ferry Hill. But first, our reporter David McMillan has been to North Yorkshire to visit a footwear firm there.
In this factory in an industrial estate on the outskirts of Richmond, the boots are quite literally made for walking and marching, motorcycling, and even desert warfare. Come on, men! Michael Sheehan set up Altberg in 1989. Back then, cheap imported shoes had put his previous employer out of business, so Michael decided to restart at the top.
I knew that we had to make boots at the higher end of the market, where the imports were coming in from countries that had a similar cost base that we had in England.
The firm's success provides jobs for quality control manager Eve Burns and bootlaster Paul May. In turn, their wages get reinvested in the local economy.
What sort of places do you go to and spend your money? Local shops and Richmond Cricket Club. That's it. That's where all your money goes? Correct, yeah.
Well, I go to the hairdresser once a month, shop once a week, locally. That's it mainly, really. I don't go anywhere else.
So most of the money that you earn here that you spend gets spent locally?
Yes, most of it.
Michael Sheehan is now looking at possible expansion into Portugal, Estonia or Romania. He says people there have skills he can't find here, and there has to be a big change in culture if manufacturing really is going to make a comeback in the UK.
We need people, we need skills. There is still a problem with the schools. We still do not get offered in manufacturing. The people who would have the most talent do not come into manufacturing. And the government seems to have it in its head that manufacturing is just going to switch back on again and surge forward. What a load of nonsense.
I'm joined now by Phil Cox from Lafarge in Ferry Hill. Mr. Cox, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for your time. Well, Michael Sheehan, I hope you heard a little bit of that report there from David McMillan. Michael Sheehan is pretty clear in his views on the future of manufacturing. Are you more optimistic it's set for a revival?
I mean, it's a difficult year this year, and we anticipate another difficult year next year, but there is no doubt there are a few signs of things improving. And clearly, as you said earlier on your programme about SSI and the likes, that is going to help and boost the local economy. So, yeah, we are cautiously optimistic, but there are still many hurdles to overcome.
The construction industry was severely hit by the recession. How big an impact did that have on your operation?
It's had a large impact across the country, and we've seen our workforce reduce over the last 3 or 4 years. And as I said before, we're looking forward to things going forward. And what's important is that construction remains something that's required by everybody. Our products are essential for the country and for the well-being of the country.
We've talked an awful lot on this programme about young people and the need to try and find jobs for our future generation. Do you actually find younger people and their parents aren't keen to have a career, for example, in their local quarry?
Well, I have to agree with the earlier interview that it is difficult to get people to come into a manufacturing industry, and we have to work hard to do that. But we have no divine right for people to come to our business, so we've got to work, we've got to make sure that we are going to train people properly, we treat people properly, give them the right sort of skills so that we can help take it forward. And we're very keen to bring new people into the business, and especially young people, but all people. And we have had a very, very loyal workforce, and of course all of those are ageing altogether, and we need to bring younger people in. So we're very keen on lots of apprenticeships, and we're looking to now again start to bring graduates and apprentices into our business.
Why do you think there is a barrier, or there has been a barrier, to young people getting involved in manufacturing?
I think it's I think it's seen as old-fashioned in some ways. I think that, as an industry, we have to go out there and make it more exciting. People see the large amount of money that can be made in financial services and things like that, which you understand. But we need to make sure we bring people back in. It has become something that people don't look to first, but it is as much on to us to make sure that we do that. And we have to go out there and tell people, look, it's not just about being outside in a quarry. It's about all the other services that we do, from a sales point of view, legal, mineral resources, and you have to go out there and sell yourself. We have no divine right for people to come and want to work for us, and you have to keep doing that.
If we're faced with potentially an ageing workforce and young people are not being engaged to get involved with a manufacturing career, will there be, or will a skills crisis worsen in the UK?
Well, I think we have to get into people at an earlier age. We're very keen on making sure people understand what the industry's about, get engaged with the schools. We've got to show people that it is an industry that's essential for people. Without good infrastructure in this country, then the whole economy has a problem. And clearly we welcome things like the recent announcement by the David Cameron with regards to trying to kickstart the housing market, and that will be important for everybody going forward. As for a skills shortage, well, again, yes, we've got to engage with the schools to show them the sort of skills that we look for, that what we require, get in early, get people interested in our industry, and of course, without doubt, do our own training.
Final question. Enjoyed our conversation this morning. Is just about the future, really, looking ahead, not too far away now from 2012. Are you optimistic with regards to the future for the economy next year or not?
We're cautiously optimistic. We wait with bated breath to see what Jeffrey Osborne's got to say next week. And again, infrastructure is something that we're very keen on, and studies show that for every pound that's spent in infrastructure, then it gives a benefit of up to £3 to the wider economy. So we're watching interest for that. We have clearly over the last few years had to innovate in both our products and our services, and back to the point you're making earlier, that's where we have to make sure we train our people, we attract good people to our business. So yes, we're cautiously optimistic, but there's a long, hard journey ahead of us, but we are up for the challenge and we look forward to meeting it.
Thanks again for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. That's Phil Cox from Lafarge in Ferry Hill. Ali Brownlee with you on BBC T's Breakfast just after now 7:30.